Hello Marvel fans, and welcome back to Nerd Doc. With the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Phase 5 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe has officially begun. This video explains the ending of Quantumania and covers some of the important plot details. That means there will be spoilers for Quantumania in this video. If you do not wish to be spoiled, you can check out our spoiler-free videos detailing the comic origins of MODOK and Kang, both linked in the description below. You'll also find our other Quantumania videos, including what's next for MODOK and the fate of Kang Prime. This video does not cover the two post-credit scenes, but you can find our video on those linked below as well. There are also chapter timestamps, so you can jump straight to the ending if you'd like, and as a reminder, the movie is still in theaters, so we can only use footage from the trailers. Please bear with us there, and leave a comment to let us know if you have any questions we didn't cover, or if you just want to give your thoughts on the movie. As you've probably seen from the trailer, Cassie makes a beacon, which is referred to as a Hubble telescope, to the quantum realm. It would allow the Ant family to map the quantum realm without actually going down into it. Janet shuts it down because she's afraid of Kang, but unfortunately, MODOK already discovered the signal from the device and uses it to suck the Ant family back into the quantum realm. They get separated, with Hank, Janet, and Hope on an adventure together, and Scott and Cassie on a similar adventure but separate from the others. Scott and Cassie meet up with the inhabitants of the quantum realm, which includes Quaz and Veb. There was some speculation that Quaz may have been Quasar at one point, but he's just an inhabitant of the quantum realm who has the ability to read minds. Veb is a gel-like creature who adds a little comic relief to the movie, and drinking his gel allows humans to immediately understand the language of the quantum realm people. These people were virtually exterminated by Kang the Conqueror and are currently in hiding, but Scott and Cassie's arrival alerted Kang to their presence, who sends MODOK to attack the refugee camp and retrieve them. Just a little backstory, this Kang is Kang the Conqueror, or sometimes known as Kang Prime in the comics. The Council of Kangs exiled him to the quantum realm by sabotaging his time chair, which is essentially a ship that allows him to traverse time and the multiverse. Janet Van Dyne saw him crash in the quantum realm and helped him restore energy to the multiversal engine core that powers his time chair. However, like Kang's armor, his time chair is neurokinetic, which means it's linked to Kang's mind and responds to his thoughts. Because of this, when Janet touches the time chair with the active power source, she sees visions of Kang from the past and future, all of which show him doing his conquering thing. This cues Janet in on the fact that Kang is evil, so she uses Pym particles to make the engine core massive, causing an explosion that creates a probability storm around it, preventing Kang from gaining access to it. Kang needs Scott Lang to shrink down to get through the explosion that's caught in time, then shrink the engine core, which will clear the probability storm and allow Kang to power his time chair once again. All of the Scott variants seen here represent all of the different probabilities of the actions he can take, but only the main Scott is real. There's even a Scott Lang here that's still a Baskin-Robbins employee because he never got fired, and he shows up multiple times during this scene. At the end of Ant-Man 1, Darren Cross was shrunk by Scott Lang. This caused him to eventually end up in the quantum realm. Kang found him, rebuilt him, and gave him his trademark Doomsday chair, although it's not given a specific name in the movie. MODOK looks fine when his visor is closed, but he looks a little off when it's just Corey Stoll's face. It seems to be because his helmet takes up a smaller portion of his face, making his face look much bigger in the movie compared to how it looks in the comics, which kinda throws the whole look off. Anyway, MODOK won't even respond to people calling him Darren, but Kang treats him like a complete dog. Meanwhile, Janet, Hank, and Hope meet up with Krylar, Bill Murray's character. He is now a lord of the quantum realm after siding with Kang, and had a previous relationship with Janet. While Janet did enlarge Kang's multiversal engine core, he still had time to call forth his armor, which gave him the power to take over the quantum realm. Janet fought alongside Krylar and the other inhabitants at the time, but it wasn't long before Hank rescued her, and she basically left the quantum realm with Kang in power. As the movie comes to an end, Scott agrees to steal the engine core for Kang after being threatened with Cassie's life. Scott is able to get the core, and Kang immediately takes it from him, but he's no longer just powering his time chair anymore, he's now powering his entire citadel that he built after coming to power in the quantum realm. Kang's taking his vast armies with him to conquer all the other Kangs and the multiverse as a whole. Scott, as Giant Man, destroys Kang's citadel with help from Hope. This is mainly because Kang doesn't directly engage them because the writer needed him to lose and already showcased the fact that the ant family is no match for Kang earlier in the film. When Kang finally does engage them, an army of high-tech ants shows up. They were sucked into the quantum realm with the ant family, only they took a wrong turn and have been down there for thousands of years longer, evolving and creating a high-tech civilization. The ants swarm Kang, who puts up a force field. However, MODOK, who has seen the error of his ways after trying to kill Cassie, flies kamikaze style into Kang's shield, breaching it and allowing the ants to take Kang away, but mortally wounding MODOK in the process, who dies shortly after. Janet then uses the engine core to open a portal back to their universe, and all of them make it through except Scott, who is stopped at the last minute by Kang. Kang's armor is heavily damaged from the ants, so he ends up in a fist fight with Scott Lang. Kang beats the bricks off of him, although Scott does get in a couple of punches. But then Hope goes back through the portal and ends up knocking Kang into the multiversal engine core, causing it to malfunction and suck Kang inside. To explain what actually happens here, we have to dive into potential spoilers for Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Still here? Okay, let's continue. Our theory is that Kang Prime is about to become the Beyonder. In the comics, the Beyonder started Secret Wars and created Battleworld, threatening to end all existence. The reason why the Council of Kangs exiled Kang Prime was because they were afraid of him. Kang Prime knows how everything ends, as he doesn't see time in linear fashion, but instead all at once. He has already destroyed a number of universes and other Kangs. Kang Prime wants to rule over everything, which is why the Council of Kangs came together to sabotage his time chair and exile him to the Quantum Realm, where he would be trapped for good and unable to quote-unquote win. The Council has taken away time and freedom from Kang Prime, and he was ready to seek revenge on them with the army he created in the Quantum Realm. Now that he's been sucked into the multiversal engine core, he will become a being that exists beyond the multiverse, which is essentially the MCU version of the Beyonder. Kang Prime will use his newfound powers to merge all the various universes into one, which will end up being Battleworld. It's rumored that most of the MCU projects between Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars will take place in Battleworld. We also know that multiple incursions are coming, with one that has already happened to Earth 838 for Multiverse of Madness, as well as a second one that Clea refers to in the post-credit scene of that same movie. There's another one coming near the end of the Marvels, and some people even speculate we'll get another one at the end of Deadpool 3. These will all come to a head, likely in Avengers the Kang Dynasty, as the Council of Kangs tries to take over. This is likely when Kang Prime will appear with the powers of the Beyonder, stopping the Council, destroying the multiverse, and creating Battleworld. It will then be up to a younger version of He Who Remains to gather a multiversal Avengers team in an effort to stop Kang Prime in Avengers Secret Wars. So what did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Better or worse than the other two Ant-Man films? Was it a decent start to Phase 5, and what are your thoughts on the presumed death of MODOK and Kang? Although it's likely MODOK is returning as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For now, that wraps up this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves Ant-Man, Kang, and the Marvel movies.